Chapter 12 Arjuna. Lord, of the men who serve thee true in heart as God revealed, and of the men who serve, worshipping the unrevealed, unbodied, far, which take the better way of faith and life? Krishna. Whoever serve me as I show myself constantly true, in full devotion fixed, those hold I very holy. But who serve worshipping me the one, the invisible, the unrevealed, unnamed, unthinkable, uttermost, all-pervading, highest, sure who thus adore me, mastering their sense, of one set mind to all, glad in all good, these blessed souls come unto me. Yet, hard the travail is for such as bend their minds to reach th unmanifest that viewless path shall scarce be trod by man bearing the flesh. But whereso any doeth all his deeds renouncing self for me, full of me, fixed to serve only the highest, night and day musing on me him will I swiftly lift forth from life's ocean of distress and death, whose soul clings fast to me. Cling thou to me, clasp me with heart and mind, so shalt thou dwell surely with me on high. But if thy thought droops from such height, if thou bist weak to set body and soul upon me constantly, despair not. Give me lower service. Seek to reach me, worshipping with steadfast will, and, if thou canst not worship steadfastly, work for me, toil in works pleasing to me, for he that laboureth right for love of me shall finally attain. But, if in this thy faint heart fails, bring me thy failure. Find refuge in me. Let fruits of labour go, renouncing hope for me, with lowliest heart, so shalt thou come. For, though to know is more than diligence, yet worship better is than knowing, and renouncing better still. Near to renunciation very near dwelleth eternal peace. Who hateth naught of all which lives, living himself benign, compassionate, from arrogance exempt from love of self, unchangeable by good or ill, patient, contented, firm in faith, mastering himself, true to his word, seeking me, heart and soul, vowed unto me, that man I love, who troubleth not his kind, and is not troubled by them, clear of wrath, living too high for gladness, grief, or fear, that man I love, who, dwelling quiet-eyed, FN number 25, stainless, serene, well-balanced, unperplexed, working with me, yet from all works detached, that man I love, who, fixed in faith on me, dotes upon none, scorns none, rejoices not, and grieves not, letting good or evil hap light when it will, and when it will depart, that man I love, who, unto friend and foe keeping an equal heart, with equal mind bears shame and glory, with an equal peace takes heat and cold, pleasure and pain, abides quit of desires, hears praise or calumny in passionless restraint, unmoved by each, linked by no ties to earth, steadfast in me, that man I love. But most of all I love those happy ones to whom 'tis life to live in single fervid faith and love unseeing, drinking the blessed amrit of my being. Here endeth chapter 12 of the Bhagavad Gita, entitled Bhakti-yog, or the Book of the Religion of Faith. Chapter 13 Arjuna. Now would I hear, O gracious Kesava, FN number 26, of life which seems, and soul beyond, which sees, and what it is we know or think to know. Krishna. Yea, son of Kunti, for this flesh ye see is kshetra, is the field where life disports, and that which views and knows it is the soul, kshetrajna. In all fields, thou Indian prince, I am kshetrajna. I am what surveys. Only that knowledge knows which knows the known by the knower. FN number 27, what it is, that field of life, what qualities it hath, and whence it is, and why it changeth, and the faculty that wotteth it, the mightiness of this, and how it wotteth hear these things from me. FN number 28, the elements, the conscious life, the mind, the unseen vital force, the 9 strange gates of the body, and the 5 domains of sense, desire, dislike, pleasure and pain, and thought deep-woven, and persistency of being. These all are wrought on matter by the soul. Humbleness, truthfulness, and harmlessness, patience and honor, reverence for the wise. Purity, constancy, control of self, contempt of sense delights, self-sacrifice, perception of the certitude of ill in birth, death, age, disease, suffering, and sin, detachment, lightly holding unto home, children, and wife, and all that bindeth men, an ever-tranquil heart in fortune's good and fortune's evil, with a will set firm to worship Mimi only, ceasing not, loving all solitudes, and shunning noise of foolish crowds, endeavors resolute to reach perception of the utmost soul, and grace to understand what gain it were so to attain. This is true wisdom, Prince. And what is otherwise is ignorance. Now will I speak of knowledge best to know that truth which giveth man Amrit to drink, the truth of him, the Parabrahm, the All, the Uncreated, not Asat, not Sat, not form, nor the unformed, yet both, and more, whose hands are everywhere, and everywhere planted his feet, and everywhere his eyes beholding, and his ears in every place hearing, and all his faces everywhere enlightening and encompassing his worlds. Glorified in the senses he hath given, yet beyond sense he is, sustaining all, yet dwells he unattached, of forms and modes master, yet neither form nor modeth he is within all beings and without motionless, yet still moving, not discerned for subtlety of instant presence, close to all, to each, yet measurelessly far. Not manifold, and yet subsisting still in all which lives, for ever to be known as the sustainer, yet, at the end of times, he maketh all to end and recreates. The light of lights he is, in the heart of the dark shining eternally. Wisdom he is and wisdom's way, and guide of all the wise, planted in every heart. So have I told of life's stuff, and the moulding, and the law to comprehend. Whoso, adoring me, perceiveth this, shall surely come to me. Know thou that nature and the spirit both have no beginning. Know that qualities and changes of them are by nature wrought, that nature puts to work the acting frame, but spirit doth inform it, and so cause feeling of pain and pleasure. Spirit, linked to moulded matter, entereth into bond with qualities by nature framed, and, thus married to matter, breeds the birth again in good or evil yonis. FN number 29, yet is this in its bodily prison. Spirit pure, spirit supreme, surveying, governing, guarding, possessing, Lord and Master still Purusha, ultimate, one soul with me. Whoso thus knows himself, and knows his soul Purusha, working through the qualities with nature's modes, the light hath come for him. Whatever flesh he bears, never again shall he take on its load. Some few there be by meditation find the soul in self-schooled, and some by long philosophy and holy life reach thither, some by works. Some, never so attaining, hear of light from other lips, and seize, and cleave to it worshipping, and those to teaching true overpass death. Wherever, Indian Prince, life is of moving things, or things unmoved, plant or still seed no, what is thereth grown by bond of matter and of spirit. No he sees indeed who sees in all alike the living, lordly soul, the soul supreme, imperishable amid the perishing. For, whoso thus beholds, in every place, in every form, the same, one, living life, doth no more wrongfulness unto himself, but goes the highest road which brings to bliss. Seeing, he sees, indeed, who sees that works are nature's wont, for soul to practice by acting, yet not the agent, sees the mass of separate living things each of its kind issue from one, and blend again to one, then hath he Brahma, he attain. O Prince! that ultimate, high spirit, uncrete, unqualified, even when it entereth flesh taketh no stain of acts, worketh in naught, like to the ethereal air, pervading all, which, for sheer subtlety, avoideth taint, the subtle soul sits everywhere, unstained, like to the light of the all-piercing sun, which is not changed by aught it shines upon, the soul's light shineth pure in every place, and they who, by such eye of wisdom, see how matter, and what deals with it, divide, and how the spirit and the flesh have strife, those wise ones go the way which leads to life. Here ends chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita, entitled Kshetraj Bigayog, or the Book of Religion by Separation of Matter and Spirit. Chapter 14 Krishna. Yet farther will I open unto thee this wisdom of all wisdoms, uttermost, the which possessing, all my saints have passed to perfectness. On such high verities reliant, rising into fellowship with me, they are not born again at birth of Kalpa, nor at Pralya's suffer chain. This universe the womb is where I plant seed of all lives. Thence, Prince of India, comes birth to all beings. Whoso, Kunti's son, mothers each mortal form, Brahma conceives, and I am he that fathers, sending seed. Satwan, Rajas, and Tamas, so are named the qualities of nature, soothfastness, passion, and ignorance. These three bind down the changeless spirit in the changeful flesh, whereof sweet soothfastness, by purity living unsullied and enlightened, binds the sinless soul to happiness and truth, and passion, being kin to appetite, and breeding impulse and propensity, binds the embodied soul, O Kunti's son, by tie of works. But ignorance, begot of darkness, blinding mortal men, binds down their souls to stupor, sloth, and drowsiness. Yea, Prince of India, soothfastness binds souls in pleasant wise to flesh, and passion binds by toilsome strain, but ignorance, which blots the beams of wisdom, binds the soul to sloth. Passion and ignorance, once overcome, leave soothfastness, O Bharata. Where this with ignorance are absent, passion rules, and ignorance in hearts not good nor quick. When at all gateways of the body shines the lamp of knowledge, then may one see well soothfastness settled in that city reigns, where longing is, and ardour, and unrest, impulse to strive and gain, and avarice, those spring from passion ingrained, and where darkness and dullness, sloth and stupor are, 'tis ignorance hath caused them, Kuru chief. Moreover, when a soul departeth, fixed in soothfastness, it goeth to the place perfect and pure of those that know all truth. If it departeth in set habitude of impulse, it shall pass into the world of spirits tied to works, and, if it dies in hardened ignorance, that blinded soul is born anew in some unlighted womb. The fruit of soothfastness is true and sweet, the fruit of lusts is pain and toil, the fruit of ignorance is deeper darkness. Yea, for light brings light, and passion ache to have, and gloom, bewilderments, and ignorance grow forth from ignorance. Those of the first rise ever higher, those of the second mode take a mid-place, the darkened souls sink back to lower deeps, loaded with witlessness. When, watching life, the living man perceives the only actors are the qualities, and knows what rules beyond the qualities, then is he come nigh unto me. The soul, thus passing forth from the three qualities whereby arise all bodies overcomes birth, death, sorrow, and age, and drinketh deep the undying wine of Amrit. Arjuna. O, my lord, which be the signs to know him that hath gone past the three modes? How liveth he? What way leadeth him safe beyond the threefold modes? Krishna. He who with equanimity surveys lustre of goodness, strife of passion, sloth of ignorance, not angry if they are, not wishful when they are not, He who sits a sojourner and stranger in their midst unruffled, standing off, saying serene when troubles break, these be the quality. He unto whom self-centered grief and joy sound as one word, to whose deep-seeing eyes the clod, the marble, and the gold are one, whose equal heart holds the same gentleness for lovely and unlovely things, firm set, well pleased in praise and dispraise, satisfied with honor or dishonor, unto friends and unto foes alike in tolerance, detached from undertakings, he is named surmounter of the qualities. And such with single, fervent faith adoring me, passing beyond the qualities, conforms to Brahma, and attains me. For I am that whereof Brahma is the likeness. Mine the Amrit is, and immortality is mine, and mine perfect felicity. Here ends chapter 14 of T. Bhagavad Gita entitled Gunatrayavibhagayog, or the Book of Religion by Separation from the Qualities. Chapter 15 Krishna. Men call the aswatha, the banyan tree, which hath its boughs beneath, its roots above, the ever-holy tree. Yea, for its leaves are green and waving hymns which whisper truth. Who knows the aswatha, knows Veds, and all. Its branches shoot to heaven and sink to earth, FN number 30. Even as the deeds of men, which take their birth from qualities, its silver sprays and blooms, and all the eager verdure of its girth, leap to quick life at kiss of sun and air, as men's lives quicken to the temptings fair of wooing sense. Its hanging rootlets seek the soil beneath, helping to hold it there, as actions wrought amid this world of men bind them by ever-tightening bonds again. If ye knew well the teaching of the tree, what its shape saith, and whence it springs, and, then how it must end, and all the ills of it, the axe of sharp detachment ye would whet, and cleave the clinging snaky roots, and lay this aswatha of sense-life low, to set new growths upspringing to that happier sky, which they who reach shall have no day to die, nor fade away, nor fall to him, I mean, Father and First, who made the mystery of old creation, for to him come they from passion and from dreams who break away, who part the bonds constraining them to flesh, and, him, the highest, worshipping all we no longer grow at mercy of what breeze of summer pleasure stirs the sleeping trees, what blast of tempest tears them, bough and stem to the eternal world past such as thee. Another sun gleams there, another moon, another light, not dusk, nor dawn, nor noon which they who once behold return no more. They have attained my rest, life's utmost boon. When, in this world of manifested life, the undying spirit, setting forth from me, taketh on form, it draweth to itself from being's storehouse, which containeth all, senses and intellect. The sovereign soul thus entering the flesh, or quitting it, gathers these up, as the wind gathers scents, blowing above the flower beds. Ear and eye, and touch and taste, and smelling, these it takes, yea, and a sentient mind, linking itself to sense things so. The unenlightened ones mark not that spirit when he goes or comes, nor when he takes his pleasure in the form, conjoined with qualities, but those see plain who have the eyes to see. Holy souls see which strive thereto. Enlightened, they perceive that spirit in themselves, but foolish ones, even though they strive, discern not, having hearts unkind led, ill-informed. No, too, from me shineth the gathered glory of the suns which lighten all the world, from me the moons draw silvery beams, and fire fierce loveliness. I penetrate the clay, and lend all shapes their living force. I glide into the plant root, leaf, and bloom to make the woodlands green with springing sap. Becoming vital warmth, I glow in glad, respiring frames, and pass, with outward and with inward breath, to feed the body by all meats. FN number 31, for in this world being is twofold, the divided, one, the undivided, one. All things that live are the divided. that which sits apart, the undivided. Higher still is he, the highest, holding all, whose name is Lord, the eternal, sovereign, first, who fills all worlds, sustaining them. And dwelling thus beyond divided being and undivided, I am called of men and Vedas, life supreme, the Purushottama. Who knows me thus, with mind unclouded, knoweth all, dear Prince, and with his whole soul ever worshippeth me. Now is the sacred, secret mystery declared to thee. Who comprehendeth thiseth wisdom, he is quit of works in bliss. Here ends chapter 15 of T. Bhagavad Gita, entitled Purushottama Praptiyog, or the Book of Religion by Attaining the Supreme.